Well, good morning. Welcome to the morning report. This is a super abbreviated morning report. We're actually doing this while I wait to clock in to work. So, again, super abbreviated because I only want to cover one thing. First of all, my name is Willie Lawson, and the morning report is a production of FightBackMedia.com. FightBackMedia.com, FightBackMedia.com, and FightBackMediaTV.com. We appreciate you paying attention. You appreciate you being there for us. Um, we are entering 2024, in my opinion, in the worst possible manner ever. As a disjointed, hyperbole-filled cluster, you know what? And I know that a lot of you who listen here in the United States and around the world are not going to be happy with my next statement. But you've known that I do my very best to try to be honest, to try to be true. And the reason is that we are entering 2024 not as united as we need to be. As we need to be is because of Donald Trump's mouth. So you don't get it twisted. In 2016, in the Florida primary, I did not vote for Donald Trump. I voted for Marco Rubio. As a matter of fact, in my house, there were 2 votes for Marco Rubio and 1 for Ted Cruz. So no, I was not a Donald Trump fan in the beginning. But I told everyone if he makes it through that January, it was going to be Katie bar the door. And yes, in 2020, I voted for, in 2016 rather, I voted for Donald Trump. I did. And I had no compunctions about it. Everything that was ouchy about Trump, I thought was baked into the cake. I thought everybody knew. So it didn't bother me. I voted for Donald Trump with, clear conscience, not a problem. I celebrated some of Trump's accomplishments while in office. I don't think he was a bad president at all. I think he was a good president. I don't know if I am going to participate, in the hyperbole that he was the best president ever. I don't think I'm going to participate in any of that. That is going to be, meted out by time. When he started, signing the executive orders, I went, this seems like Obama. This executive order thing seems like Obama. And I said so. And I said so on this program. And I said so on the Porch Talk radio program, right after that weekend after the election. And I said so. And I still believe that was a problem. Executive orders are not law. If you're passing legislation that can survive, yes, that's a great accomplishment. Simply signing executive orders as if you were the king of North America, I don't think that is nearly the accomplishment as is passing laws. And I know that a lot of people got excited about the, some of the things he was saying and making happen by executive order. But what we know about executive orders is they can be overturned. The next president can come in and just wipe all that crap out. Kind of what happened, right? Kind of what happened. So, best president ever? No. Maybe your favorite president in a while? Easily. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My favorite president in a while? Yeah, no doubt. After 8 years of Barack Obama, yeah, it was a respite for the rest of us, no doubt. But all the things that were ouchy, cringy about Trump are not in a person like Ron DeSantis. Now, I don't want to turn this into DeSantis v. Trump, but Trump has already done that. Here's what he could have done. Trump could have congratulated Ron DeSantis on the ass kicking of Charlie Crist. But he could have done. Made himself look, and I hate this phrase, but it fits here. Could have made himself look presidential. Could have made himself look like a kingmaker. And all he would have had to do was congratulate Ron DeSantis on the winning of his election, and by the margin of his election, through COVID, through a hurricane. But he didn't do it. He couldn't do it because that would have excluded Donald Trump from that formula. And Donald Trump could not resist it. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump has used the word a couple of times to describe Ron DeSantis that was coined on CNN, I believe. So he is listening and taking cues, one could say, on how to describe Ron DeSantis, the Republican governor of Florida, from CNN and MSNBC, by referring to him as Ron DeSanctimonious. Are you serious? So what's happening, frankly, is that just days after what people are considering a rather disappointing midterm election, because the expectations were, in my opinion, way too high. Way too high. Why do you say that, Willie? Let's go back real quick because I'm running out of time. A lot of Republicans were super freaked out in the 2012 election, when all the markers said there's no way that Barack Obama can win. Look at all of these markers. Look at the economy. Look at production. Look at GDP. Look at inflation. Look at all these markers. There's no way. A sitting president has never won re-election with the markers that were in place during that election. And Barack Obama won anyway. And you can say that it was because of cheating. You could say it was intimidating. You could say whatever it was. And chances are you wouldn't be wrong necessarily. But what is true is that Barack Obama won in 2012. With all these markers, these traditional markers that said there's no way that he could win. So, we needed to temper our enthusiasm and stop counting the eggs before they were hatched in this midterm. And conservative media and conservative politicians, and Republican media and Republican politicians got this whole red wave thing going. It was a ridiculous expectation. And of course, when expectations aren't met, you get disappointment, and you get what we've got now. And Trump should have seen all of this. A good number of the candidates that he endorsed were either new or not great candidates, frankly. And he was not the, quote, kingmaker that people sort of expected him to be. And the reason he's not a good kingmaker, because that's what I was hoping he would do. I was hoping that he would just be a kingmaker. Pick good candidates, do it, get his research done, and help them raise money and help them win elections. So Pennsylvania, the good candidate was tossed aside in the primaries for the celebrity candidate, who lost to a dude that is suffering from stroke damage. And that's the truth. And you can like it or not like it, and we can look for abnormalities in the voting, which are probably there because it's friggin' Pennsylvania. But the fact of the matter is that Oz was not the candidate that should have been, that should have won the nomination for the Republicans for that seat. That was obvious a long time ago. So this was only going to work out one way. But this attack, this preemptive strike on a successful Republican governor, not Mitch McConnell, for God's sakes, not Liz Cheney, but a popular, successful Republican governor, it wasn't a boss move, it was a bitch move. And what's happened is that you're going to see the divide happen now. You're going to see the lines drawn in the sand in every local Republican Party. And it's a damn shame, because what the Republican Party needs right now is not a conversation about DeSantis Trump. They need a conversation on making sure that wherever you are, that you can protect life, that you can protect the economy, that you can protect what's happening to our children in schools. We don't need a conversation about DeSantis Trump. That's BS. Pure BS. But that's what we're going to be stuck with, friends. That is what we're going to be stuck with. And of course, the left and the leftist media is loving it. And all the responsibility lays at the feet of Donald Trump. Every bit of it. If you don't believe so, comment in the comment section. Send me an email at fightbackmedia@gmail.com. And don't tell me about, voting abnormalities in 2020. And no, tell me how what is happening right now isn't Trump's fault. Go ahead. All right. We got to get out of here and make room for somebody else. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.